Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. Alright, so this lesson is going to be about a race war, because I've been seeing this pop up a lot on Twitter/X, and it basically revolves around Austin Metcalf, who was stabbed to death by this black kid that you see. I think his name Carmelo Anthony. And it's all over. It's sweeping the nation right now. And many people are talking about a race war. You know, it's like a popular thing. They springing up. You know, ever since this kid got I'll say murdered or killed, you know. And they bring up old white supremacists that got off legally from the court system, you know, and they saying that Carmelo stabbed him in self-defense. They trying to build a case for him on the internet. La-di-da, la-di-da. You know, they making jokes about the situation, and it's pissing off a lot of people. You know. So, yeah, man. You know, this this type of shit, man, right here is basically what's gonna kick off them race wars, and what's gonna heighten the hatred that they already have for us anyway, but it's gonna heighten, and it's gonna be highlighted, you know what I'm saying, whenever something is about to be, I guess you could say, established, you know, when society breaks down, or you know, when things are starting to get chaotic or anarchy, you know, there will be a lot of racism on display, and a lot of people are going to be targeted, and it's going to be a whole lot of people from the nation of Edom, and they're going to be attacking a lot of people, because slowly behind the scenes, man, they have been preparing for some type of event for forever, you know, because they are always practicing with their weapons. They're always gathering up arms and things of that nature, and you know, it's the American way. You know, they get guns and they shoot them a lot, and they prepare their kids, you know, taking them hunting when they're 7, and so they can kill their first buck and shit like that, and you know, they getting them prepared. So really, they be like, shit, we ready for a race war, you know. But Jake ain't ready for shit. All Jake want to do is party and bullshit. But it is somewhat of a racial tension brewing right now, all right, because of that story. All right, and it's gonna get even worse. You know, it's gonna get pretty bad out here. You know, and hold on, Salakia. This is Second Esdras 15:19 says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods Salakia, because of a lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, and when society breaks down, there's going to be no pity upon the next man. All right, when things are going down. All right, and yeah, that are truthfully, it don't matter what race you are when you're when you're starving and things of that nature. But this is just an example of how people are just gonna turn on each other, no matter what race you are. But then, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of people getting targeted because of their race. All right, because there's so much hatred. All right, the scriptures talk about they have a perpetual hatred towards Jacob. All right, so that hatred is forever. All right, they really don't care. All right, they hate us forever. All right, in 2nd Ezra 6:24, it says, "At that time shall friends fight against one another like enemies." So even your friends are going to be fighting against each other. You know the people that hate you are going to be fighting against you. So even your own friends, people you've been knowing for years, people you golf with on the weekends, all right, you go to the bar with during the week, you know, that guy, even he's going to turn on you and be enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. All right, so it's just going to be man versus man, woman versus woman, all that shit. It's just going to be a versus. You know what I mean? It's going to be like a versus. The who you know saying who can survive the day. You know, it'll be like the book of Eli out here. And like this prophecy in Matthew 24, they talk about how nation against nation, you know what I mean? It's going to be like that. It's going to be people against people, you know, just like an actual nation, you know, go to war. So, yeah, man, that race war is brewing. You know, and just even the petty shit, the most pettiest shit that niggas can come up with on like the internet, it's just so much. It's just a lot when you look it up. It's just a lot. So many pages dedicated to hating Jake. You know, it like seriously, like it's weird. Like they literally have pages dedicated to hating Jake on the internet. It's crazy. Shalom.